you warm? Are you inside? Do you know what it's like to be loved? If you do, you are one of the luckiest people on this planet. This is the story of Alan. Not his real name, but a pseudonym to protect his identity. Alan is a Valentine's bear, born to a mother bear and abandoned soon after for the shelves of a local shop. An unhappy childhood waiting and watching as one by one his little grey brothers and sisters were picked and taken, given as beautiful gifts, a token of love. Taken from the shop by loving owners, these bears went on to live great lives. Alan was different. Nobody wanted Alan. Alan dreamed of a different life. A life not full of hatred and abuse. At closing time on the 13th of February 2005, a young Alan, full of dreams and ambitions, was flung mercilessly from the shop into a large bin for bears that don't make the grade. Every evening this bin was shipped to the unwanted bear factory, and all the unwanted bears were mashed, torn, and pulped to make stuffing for sofa cushions. Whether it was fate or God, Alan didn't know, and still doesn't. But someone was watching over him that night, and as the truck drove away to the unwanted bear factory, Alan fell off. He landed on the hard, cold pavement, battered, bruised, but thankfully still alive. And your sole purpose in life is to bring love, joy and happiness to someone on Valentine's Day, and you find yourself cold, alone, hungry and unloved on Valentine's Eve, most of us would give up. But Alan was different. Alan needed to be loved. The desire to bring even the slightest happiness pulled at every fibre of his being. Life on the streets of Bristol was hard, and Alan often felt like giving up. But in his mind he held a picture of the girl he wanted to love him. He didn't know who she was, or where she was from, but he knew that he was meant for her. The quest to find her would be long and difficult, but in his mind he held the picture. She was a raven-haired girl with a pretty face and a skirt made of chocolate. He called her DC because he didn't know her real name. As the night closed in, Alan soon turned to despair. DC was nowhere to be found, and door after door was slammed in his face. He felt rejected, unloved and unwanted. It was no surprise then that Alan turned to drugs. The drugs made him feel good, gave him the much-needed sugar rush, and made him feel loved. But this feeling was only temporary, and the drug high was followed by a massive come-down. Alan's life was spiralling out of control. Drugs turned to drink, and a life on the streets is no place for a small bear with a big dream. Unlike a lot of bears in his position, Alan turned his life around. Life on the streets was hard, but Alan would not ever sacrifice his dream. It kept him alive. At 9:30 p.m, he knocked on the last door. The wind howled and the night was bitterly cold. Alan may not have made it. It was there that he met a young man who was to change his life. A man called Simon. Simon took Alan in, gave him a cup of tea and listened to Alan's problems. With Simon's help, Alan quit his jelly baby addiction and got his life back on track. As the two of them talked the night away, Alan told Simon of the angel he dreamed of, the one who would love him, the one who would want him and keep him safe. Simon rushed upstairs, switched on his computer, and there she was. Alan was astounded. His dream was real.
Can I stay with you till she comes to get me?
Alan asked.
Yes, of course,
said Simon with a smile.
She will come and get me, won't she?
Alan asked with a slight tremor in his voice.
I hope so,
said Simon.
I will send a picture of you and let her know that you are here, and you are her Valentine's bear, and you are waiting for her.
Alan's face broke into a wide smile.
I can't wait for that day,
he said, and then for the first time in his life, Alan felt contented.
Please wake me up when she comes,
he said, with a yawn.
I will,
replied Simon. Carefully, he placed young Alan on a cushion, which is where he is now. Alan sleeps and waits, and one day he will awake when you come and find him, and take him, and love him. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying a word, you can light up the dark. Try as I may, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you never leave me. The touch of your hand says you catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud, but when you hold me near, you drown out the crowd. Oh, Mr. Webster could never define what's being said between your heart and mine. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you never leave me. The touch of your hand says you catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you never leave me. A touch of your hand says you catch me if ever I fall. You say